Samuel Langhorne Clemens, known by his pen name Mark Twain, was an American writer, humorist, entrepreneur, publisher, and lecturer. He was praised as the greatest humorist the United States has produced, and William Faulkner called him the father of American literature. Born November 30, 1835, Florida, Missouri, United States. Died April 21, 1910, Stormfield, Reading, Connecticut, United States. The right word may be effective, but no word was ever as effective as a rightly timed pause. The more I learn about people, the more I like my dog. A half-truth is the most cowardly of lies. Politicians and diapers must be changed often, and for the same reason. Why do you sit there looking like an envelope without any address on it? Be good and you'll be lonesome. Patriotism is supporting your country all the time and your government when it deserves it. Now and then we had a hope that if we lived and were good, God would permit us to be pirates. Life does not consist mainly, or even largely, of facts or happenings. It consists mainly of the storm of thoughts that is forever flowing through one's head. The reports of my death are greatly exaggerated. The fact that man knows right from wrong proves his intellectual superiority to the other creatures, but the fact that he can do wrong proves his moral inferiority to any creatures that cannot. In Paris they just simply opened their eyes and stared when we spoke to them in French. We never did succeed in making those idiots understand their own language. That is just the way with some people. They get down on a thing when they don't know nothing about it. Training is everything. The peach was once a bitter almond, cauliflower is nothing but cabbage with a college education. Writing is easy. All you have to do is cross out the wrong words. Too much of anything is bad, but too much good whiskey is barely enough. Religion was invented when the first con man met the first fool. The government is merely a servant, merely a temporary servant. It cannot be its prerogative to determine what is right and what is wrong, and decide who is a patriot and who isn't. Its function is to obey orders, not originate them. Ignorant people think it is the noise which fighting cats make that is so aggravating, but it ain't so, it is the sickening grammar that they use. A man cannot be comfortable without his own approval. When I am king they shall not have bread and shelter only, but also teachings out of books, for a full belly is little worth where the mind is starved. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. The secret of getting started is breaking your complex, overwhelming tasks into small, manageable tasks, and starting on the first one. It is by the goodness of God that in our country we have those three unspeakably precious things: freedom of speech, freedom of conscience, and the prudence never to practice either of them. Let us consider that we are all partially insane. It will explain us to each other, it will unriddle many riddles, it will make clear and simple many things which are involved in haunting and harassing difficulties and obscurities now. Do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience, this is the ideal life. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to reform, or pause and reflect. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. A light can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes. Never tell the truth to people who are not worthy of it. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you feel that you, too, can become great. In a good book room you feel in some mysterious way that you are absorbing the wisdom contained in all the books through your skin, without even opening them. Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. I did not attend his funeral, but I sent a nice letter saying I approved of it. Never allow someone to be your priority while allowing yourself to be their option. The difference between the almost right word and the right word is really a large matter. 'Tis the difference between the lightning bug and the lightning. I do not fear death. I had been dead for billions and billions of years before I was born, and had not suffered the slightest inconvenience from it. Books are for people who wish they were somewhere else. I have found out that there ain't no surer way to find out whether you like people or hate them than to travel with them. To get the full value of joy you must have someone to divide it with. Of all the animals, man is the only one that is cruel. He is the only one that inflicts pain for the pleasure of doing it. After all these years, I see that I was mistaken about even the beginning. It is better to live outside the garden with her than inside it without her. The most interesting information come from children, for they tell all they know and then stop. When we remember we are all mad, the mysteries disappear and life stands explained. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. The human race has only one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. The dog is a gentleman. I hope to go to his heaven, not man's. I've had a lot of worries in my life, most of which never happened. If voting made any difference, they wouldn't let us do it. Of all God's creatures, there is only one that cannot be made slave of the leash. That one is the cat. If man could be crossed with the cat, it would improve the man, but it would deteriorate the cat. There are many humorous things in the world, among them, the white man's notion that he is less savage than the other savages. In the beginning of a change, the patriot is a scarce man, and brave, and hated and scorned. When his cause succeeds, the timid join him, for then it costs nothing to be a patriot.